All right, so this is another demo of the booth program that we're building here for Keys Vineyard. I've added in a few pages that I'm pretty excited to show off. The director page has been simplified. Now it includes its own QLab controller. So this is directly controlling the QLab software we run. You can launch anything directly from these, and it's going to do that. You have Go. You can stop and panic as well if you wanted a queue to stop. So now QLab queues down here in Companion are just kind of treated as like hotkey hotshots, if you will. AbleSet's now brought up to the front here on the left. This is a track controller, and with timecode and ProPresenter, if I click here, I can jump to any part of the song, and it's going to automatically sync up there. So that was a pretty cool feature. I left the Planning Center service plan here just as a central hub of information. It's doing a lot of the programming work throughout the app. In the slides page now, what we have is we have a playlist jump. So I can click this and then run the slides right from there, and that's going to go up. Again, same with like manually running slides for the songs. That's going to work there. I've also got it where that advances the next slide. As you'll notice, this window could pop out as well. And I have a feature for this in the pastor page I want to move over. Front of house has been pretty well consolidated. I have auto tune keys available via Companion. I might add in some other hotkeys there as well. The song list has been made with just the keys and whoever's leading the songs. We can start and stop logging on the SPL meter that we've built. And this now has a pop out as well. So this opens a separate window for it. And if you ever need to as well, you can also, that's the separate window. And then there we go. You can full screen it like this in that same window. It looks a little funny stretched here because I'm recording on OBS, but that is working. And I'm actually just going to undo that. It works better on an iPad. Broadcast is actually connected. And what that does is it accesses the Ableton mix for our live stream. Again, with the record indicator, automation indicator there as well. And we do have access to the sends should we need them from there. I used up my usage, but the return tracks will kind of live here. Returns is what they view them as. One of the goals probably for next week is I want an OBS WebSocket output to live on this screen. So you would get just like a very brief status of if we're streaming or not, and then an actual output of the stream. It would be cool if like you could have this on a laptop connected to Wi-Fi and you've got audio coming in through it through an OBS WebSocket. But that's the goal. These are all expandable. They do that. The pans, they're numbered as well. Okay, so you notice there, why are they linked? Well, those files are right now linked together in Ableton. So that's not an issue with the app. That's just those tracks are all selected. Unless it is. So let me see. I'm in Ableton right now trying to clean that up. Because, yeah, that's... And it could just be a programming bug, and this is why we test, isn't it? Okay, so now... if I double click that. Okay, so those are still linked. So that's not ideal. So we can certainly fix that once I have some usage again. And I don't know why it's doing that. Well, it is okay. Is that all right? So now let's see. It was this. And yeah, I can see Ableton on my screen. So yeah, really, this is the joys of AI programming. It's like, really? Okay, so that's weird. So I'm looking on Ableton, and it's not moving the bass pans, but it is moving the Doug guitar pans. Okay, so yeah, there's like a ghosting going on. But if I do that, yeah, okay. So I'm going to make a note of that, broadcast mixer, and I actually want to see if that bug exists on the FOH as well. Pan issue. Okay. So this is, if I go here, if I'm moving this. Okay, so that same glitch doesn't exist on here. So again, this is the newer build. Yeah, worth checking out. And then this is what I built for my dad. The cool thing about this one is, I'm still working on the SPL. That's not perfect. If the sermon is ready to go, so I'm just going to launch it from here for now. Sermon. I can press play. That immediately goes to the sermon. And I go to pastor. Okay, cool. So that didn't work. Well, I have slides here. I can just launch it from here. There we go. Okay, so now that'll warrant some programming. This is almost dialed in. I don't like seeing kick that high, but anyway, that's just me. So what we can do with this is this button is going to advance the slides. And as we'll see, once we get to after point 1, the slides will automatically advance. See, there it is. It's highlighting the text there on that. Once it picks it up, scripture reading, Matthew 6, 22, 23, when Jesus, so there we go. It's picking that up right there. The circumstances haven't changed. So it's highlighting the text from his sermon notes document for me and then showing it on the screen right there in ProPresenter. So he's running the ProPresenter slides. He's got an icon here. He also has the slide icon here. This is what would show up on the confidence projectors. When I have usage again, my hope would be that it would follow along with, oh, look at that. It's following along. It wasn't doing that earlier. So that's cool. Yeah. So that's working as expected. Very good. So yeah. So that's working. The SPL changes, I want it to just kind of show this and then put all this info underneath it because I do want to start the logging. But this is, has been lower on my priority list. This was working, the midweek builder, and I kind of showed this off yesterday. I upload a sermon document, automatically makes the sermon, uploads it into ProPresenter. This is the ProPresenter playlist builder checklist. I'll record a video Tuesday that kind of shows this off more in action, but it's pulling all the content from Planning Center, then it lines it up in ProPresenter, uploads it. I have one slide that we do during communion that shows the set list. Again, it pulls that automatically and does that. It's actually a different kind of file. It's just text only, so it needed a different build. This lets me change the keys in multi-tracks. And you can always click match PCO keys. So in ProPresenter, you can actually change the keys. So this is the window that does that. It does have to be restarted, but, so it's not great for in the middle of a service, but right before practice, it's totally appropriate. This builds the Ableton session. So if you click Build Sunday Session, it's going to take the ALS files that are stored in Planning Center, create the Ableton session, and then when you go here, it will actually open up those files, and this will dynamically change every weekend. I think I had this working yesterday as well. This is the Subsplash window. You hit Program Subsplash, and it automatically pulls all the needed info from Planning Center and puts it into Subsplash. Probably in here. Well, I might tie it in, or you can put the sermon notes in here, and then it goes there. So there's some cool things there. This was just kind of a quick, dirty screen I built for testing stuff. It has a companion window. I've got a few documents that Claude made that kind of tell some of the programming it did. And then, there's another QLab window here as well. That's what I got so far. Things to work on. Obviously, that little broadcast mixer glitch, I was just excited to show that off. Something to fix for sure, and other things to add. But yeah, that was, I've been on it for a week, and it's already pretty usable. So very excited. Yeah, that's it.